Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Minecraft New Nintendo 3DS Edition Let's Play video, and this is part 144 of my Let's Play series. And in the last video, we begun on my new build in my world, which is a Japanese-style house sitting right outside, right in front of that little pond outside. And as you can see, there's been quite a few updates since the last video if you have seen it, so we will go check those out right now. And in this video today, we are obviously going to be continuing work on that build. So the first thing you'll notice is that there is now an actual path to this area. So I've decided to just start the path from the path outside from my house. And it's going to be the same pattern and everything with the stairs on the side as well. It's just it just goes straight down to the actual house itself. And interestingly enough, I actually figured out my nether room is actually right here as well, because you can see the netherrack there. In case you were wondering why there's netherrack in the floor. And over here there's an opening that leads straight out to the pond. And also I have done some terrain work in this area as well. So I kind of just cleaned some of this area up and just adding some dirt blocks, removing some dirt blocks. Just basic terrain work just to make it look a little bit cleaner. And I actually want to add a couple here as well now that I notice. So yeah, this area is definitely, as far as terrain is concerned, pretty much done. I just want to add a couple extra things there. And as far as the house is concerned, you may notice that the second floor is gone from the last video. And that is because I kind of don't want to have the second floor there anymore. And I figured, I think it just looks more weird with it being there. So I kind of just want to just have the single floor, and then the second floor, if you would call it, will just be that outlook area. So instead of it being an actual floor, it'll just be kind of like the top of my house, where the third floor is not really a floor, but it just has the fences around it. So kind of similar in that design. And as you can see, I got tons more stone bricks off camera just because I smelted more cobblestone. So this time I'm coming a lot more prepared in this video. So luckily I won't have to worry about smelting cobblestone this time. So as we go down here, I'm just doing the stone brick pattern first. And then, of course, we'll do the birch after this. And there will be stairs where these little step downs are, obviously. I just want to place the actual blocks first before I get to that point. Because I usually like to start with the blocks, and then I do the stairs last, after I placed all the blocks. And so this is almost done with the stone bricks. So if we come down here, this area over here is actually going to be open as well, because this is actually going to lead to this area. And this area, actually, I don't think I've actually shown this area to you guys yet in any of my videos, but it's just a continuation of the path, and I actually still need to put stairs on some of these sides, but this path just goes behind my house, and it leads to this area over here, which I wouldn't really consider this a build, but it does lead down to my mining area. I mean, technically there is a build down there, but it's my mining area where I obviously do all my mining work. So, almost done with the stone brick here. Alright, right. And the path does go down to a 2-block wide path in front of the actual house itself. And that is just because a 3-block wide path would kind of just interfere with the terrain. So I just wanted to shorten the path just a little bit just because of that. And we're almost to the end here. And down here is also something interesting. So I didn't mention before I started making my mansion all the way over there that I was going to make a bridge that led over this river here, and that's exactly what this path is leading to. So eventually in the future, another build on the list is to add a bridge that goes from here all the way to the outside. Then of course a path just like this will be leading over to my mansions. Now the bridge is going to be a lot easier because there's already holes of where it's supposed to go, so this will just be a simple, easy placement of all these blocks. And then of course we'll do the stairs after this, and then the path to the Japanese house will be relatively complete. Of course, I still need to put the stairs on the sides, but that is something I will do off camera. Because that is a little bit more tedious, because you kind of have to worry about the angles when it turns, and of course when it drops down. So there we go. And I'm also going to break these as well, because these are going to end up turning as well when I get the stairs in the path. So I might as well just start by getting rid of those pieces. And there we go. So let's go ahead and go down and finish the roof. Because as you can see, I've already started on the roof. I have the alcove area basically complete, and you can see I basically just stacked stairs next to each other because I kind of figured it kind of gives it an interesting like overhang design a little bit. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's kind of interesting. And then of course I put a slab in the middle here, so I think that does make for an interesting design. On the inside there's no changes, so let's go ahead and get right into digging up to the top and starting on this roof. Of course I'm going to have to do this in a different area, and I'm actually going to use dirt because that is going to make this much easier to break later on. So I'm just going to dig a little bit higher so I can just go like this. Alright, so now we have a pretty flat area to work with, and I don't need any of these blocks. So let's just grab our spruce stairs, our spruce slabs, our spruce blocks, and also oak as well, because I'm pretty sure I'm also going to use oak in this, and even my oak stairs. And on each corner, there's going to be kind of an interesting little like design here. So I'm going to place just like kind of like a square of slabs like this on each corner. And then I will continue on with a similar pattern on this side, because on this side, there may not be any actual roof pieces on here. Of course, only on the corners with these slab pieces. So let's just get all of these in first before I explain what I'm going to be doing next, so I don't get sidetracked. So place this down, and there we go. So we have all the corners done. I'm actually going to place one on the edges as well, just to give it more depth. So we'll have just enough slabs to finish this off. And then as far as the middle is concerned, this is where the next piece is going to go. So I do plan, because there is going to be kind of like a viewing area here, it's more or less going to be more in the middle. And I'm actually going to start by placing down some of the blocks that I'm going to use for that. And I figured, why don't I use oak logs? Because the oak logs I'm only using in the actual corners. So let's just start with that. So this viewing area is going to be pretty small compared to the first floor. So in the middle, I'm obviously going to put spruce stairs to kind of match with the roof material. So I'll just make a ton of these, obviously, because I need a ton of them. So I have 40, and that should be plenty for now. So just finish this off, and we'll stack these up a little bit more as well. And then on the top here, there's going to be, of course, the roof. This is where the roof is going to end up. So this is exactly what I envisioned in the last videos, to kind of create something like this. And then obviously the actual ladder system is going to be like something like that in the future on the first floor. All right, so now we have to figure out how to connect the top of that to the roof surrounds. So I actually figured, instead of just starting from these points, I figured I actually want to start from this. So this little thing in the middle here. So let's dig up to the top. And I'll need 2 blocks for that. And I'm actually going to destroy them too, just so they're not in the way. And then on the top here, I'm going to place a full block on every single corner. So let's get that done. Can I reach that corner? Ooh, I think I can. Just got to get my camera angle right. It's kind of hard to actually adjust your camera when using an actual controller on Citra, because it's a lot more sensitive. But there we go. I managed to do it. And then on the middle here, I'm probably going to place some stairs that kind of go up in a triangle to each corner. So I'm going to start by placing a block here, and then I'm going to place a stair on the end. So I'm going to do that on the other side too, just to kind of replicate that. And then I'm going to break the block behind it, just like this. And then I'm going to place actually, keeping that block there is going to be a good idea because of the thing I'm just about to do. So I'm going to come up here where I was before, and then I'm going to place another stair. And then of course I need to do the same thing on the other side. So let's get back up here and place down the stair. And then I'm probably going to almost make it go down in the middle, or I could craft some more slabs, which is probably the best option. So let's grab my crafting table. I'll place it down in here just to keep it out of the way. I'll make a couple slabs, but not a whole lot, because 12 is probably enough for now. Then I need to get back up here again, and up here. Then I need to place the slabs that go across, just like this. And then on the bottom of this, I'm probably just going to place more... Then on the bottom of this, I'm obviously just going to place stairs. And then the stairs will just go on the top like that. And then there'll be a stair here and a stair there. And I know there is gaps, but that's where the slabs are going to come in. So technically I could have placed a full block here, but that is the actual design I'm aiming for. So this is exactly what I wanted to do for the sides, at least on the viewing area. So something like that. And it is also getting nighttime, so I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead in the video until it turns day. Alright, and with the magic of editing, we are now in daytime. So let's go ahead and continue with this. Now this, I just realized, is probably going to end up being a 3-part build, because the roof is taking a lot longer than I thought. So now we're just going to continue this on this side. Now this is going to be interesting, because this block does hang out. So I think I'm actually on the sides, at least on these sides, I'm actually not going to have side blocks like this. But only on these sides will those sides stick out, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and stack up, and we'll do the same procedure all over again. So actually, instead of stacking up first, I'm going to place down the blocks, obviously. Then I need to place down these stairs on the ends, just like we did before. And then I need to dig up again. And then I need to, of course, place the stair up here on both sides. So this is already looking pretty good, although this middle block here, I actually kind of figured out what I'm going to do. I'm going to place a slab instead on all 4 corners. So this will look much better than just having a stair there, of course, because that's uneven. Now, I did figure out that I can just place, honestly, full blocks across the whole thing, unless the middle one may not be a full block. Oh, it is. All right. And then, of course, on the top, I need to place my stairs. So the stair needs to face the opposite direction. And there we go. So 2 sides of the roof are now done. And we need to put the finishing touches as well on this side. So the stairs need to go on either side on the bottom. And there we go. So there's that side complete. And then this stair needs to go. And then we can place our slab on top. Then we need to place a block there. So let's do the same thing over here. So we got our slab on top and then a block. And then over here, I'm just going to do the same thing. So it's all the way around. Now let's go ahead and get started with the building process of the side of the roof. So we obviously need a stair on top on both sides. And there is that. And then full blocks all the way across. And now that I'm up here as well, I'm actually just going to do the other side too. So there is going to be a stair on that block. So yes, I can jump over here and fill it in with solid blocks and put the stair facing behind. And same goes for this side. Okay, so for the most part, the roof for the little lookout area is complete. And now the only thing I have to do now is, of course, connect the 2 pieces together. So I have to connect this part of the roof to this part of the roof. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on the bottom part of the roof. And as you can see, I'm going to be using spruce stairs as the first block of choice. I did say I was going to use slabs and full blocks, but I figured I just went with stairs just because it kind of has the properties of a slab and a full block in one. So it goes up 1 block, but it doesn't like have that ugly, but it just doesn't have that appearance of a full block. So it gives it a little bit more depth when you look at the roof. So I am obviously running low on my spruce stairs here. So let's go ahead and try making a little bit more. And we have 16, so that should be well enough for this row. So finish up this row, and then we'll have enough for this row with 1 left, 2 left. So that is pretty much done with what I have at the moment. So that is pretty much done with what I have at the moment. And behind this is going to be slabs. And behind this is going to be full blocks, just to cover up this oak wood. And then there's going to be slabs on the stone brick to cover that up. And that should be honestly it for this entirety of the roof. And then the only thing left after that will be the decor on the inside. And of course, decor on the outer exterior walls. This roof is also not complete because it does need a lot of slabs on the top to cover that up. But I will end up just doing that off camera. So let's take a look and see how it looks so far. So it kind of has actually looking at it from this angle, it really does kind of have a resemblance of those Japanese style houses. I can definitely see it. I can definitely see the resemblance, and the roof definitely helped for sure. Like if it weren't for the roof, this would look nothing like a Japanese style house, but it actually kind of does now that the detailed roof on. So that is definitely a good thing. And of course, with all the other details I'm going to add in the next video, it'll look even better than this. So yeah, I think this is actually turning out quite well. So it's going to get rid of this ugly dirt tower, and I'm going to go ahead and end the video in the same way I did last time, inside of the house. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.